Well, um, yeah, this computer that I'm recording on is gonna be gone soon, but fortunately, I today found out that I had an insurance plan on my phone, so I have a replacement coming that hopefully will have a fully functional video camera, and I'll be able to keep making these after my ex takes her computer back. And then maybe in the long term, I'll find my laptop. It's somewhere under this roof, but like I really can't find it. I've looked everywhere. So I also have a nice stack of Nintendo Switch games that I haven't found them. I've been looking for years. It's so weird how stuff gets lost like that. But anyway, I'm relieved that maybe my phone will be able to make videos soon because yeah, this is a pretty crazy turbulent time in my life. I've been utilizing the crisis line a lot every day, multiple times a day sometimes, and I have my adoptive dad and my brother and my stepdad. Um, Not my biological dad, but that's another story. Those three guys, the former, are very nice and supportive, and we get along well, have a lot in common between us, and so I've been calling them. They're all back in California while I'm up here in Washington, and um, yeah, so they're not really able to help me out like up here when I have to move and stuff, and so that's kind of been a hard thing for me to accept. You might have heard the term persona non grata, like the guy that nobody wants to talk to or be associated with because they're bad, or they've done something bad. Um, it's kind of how I feel now because my ex's twin and her twin's partner, we were like a little family, and they have another best friend that lives with them. They were my support network. It's I shouldn't have been so lazy to not try to make more friends, but they're all coming over to help my ex move her stuff out, and I was asking, hey, so for now, you guys are still the only people I know. So when I need to move, do you think you'd be able to help, and or can you take some of this heavy stuff now that I won't be able to move on my own? And she didn't say no, but she said basically that if I ask my landlord or my neighbors or my coworkers, I'll always find someone. So I really do feel like they all have completely written me off, and that's fine. That's how relationships go when they're over. But it really hurts. Obviously, the fact that I don't have friends speaks to the fact that I don't make them easily. So when they do come around, yeah, I just assume or hope that they'll stay around forever. And yeah, I should do a better job of reaching out. So like maybe my friends, I have a best friend I haven't talked to in like 4 years, but we were really good friends for many years, and I could try reaching out to him. It's weird when people don't reach out to you for a long time. I start to wonder, am I just pestering them? Do they actually want to associate with me? But I guess I got to get over that. And tomorrow I have that interview at the crisis counseling center, I guess you could call it, organization. And I'm very excited. I was actually talking to one of their crisis counselors on the phone last night when I was really, really upset and scared and feeling down on myself. And then And then I started sharing about how I applied for this job, and she was like, "Oh, that's great. This is a really great organization. Even if you're just getting your foot in the door, do it." And I can't put all my eggs in one basket, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I've been using the internet on here to read interview questions for this job. I've been reviewing them and trying to internalize all of the stuff that it's telling me about what it is to be a crisis counselor, because I need to internalize all the details. I mean, I went to grad school for 2 years in a therapy counseling program. But like, there's a lot of specificity that goes into crisis counseling, in particular, like, stabilizing, making sure that they're safe, connecting them to resources, and you start all that by having empathetic, active listening, and letting them tell you what's going on, and assessing how they're handling it, and what their intentions are and what they're thinking, and trying to get them to see hope in their situation. I need to keep studying it, but those are the kinds of things that I've been reading about. I'm going to keep practicing until tomorrow at noon, and actually in 1 hour from now, my ex is going to come over and start organizing stuff to move out on Sunday when she comes with her people and a U-Haul. As a mature adult and, as a loving friend, I'm happy for her. I really am. This is all good. But as her ex, I'm very sad, and it's hard for me to accept, and I have moments where I kind of lose my cool and just get really, really upset about it. And I guess this is what needs to happen so that I can break some of those negative habits and develop better ones and take better care of myself. And I'm ashamed and embarrassed and sad. Probably also, I'm mad too. There's always like anger when there's a breakup, and I don't linger on that stuff because it's stupid, but because I'm in this situation, I'll get into it for a moment and think like, she didn't do this, and she always did that. But I don't wallow in that because it doesn't feel fair or true. I mean, if I really had those problems, I should have just talked about it more. But this is just my brain trying to cope and have hope and motivation to make my future good, to make my life better. So it's been interesting. I've grown up as a highly anxious like a very passive control freak. I don't put myself out there, but on the inside I'm always like nail biting, like I hope it goes this way, I hope it doesn't go that way. I've got to make sure. And I was kind of spinning my wheels a lot. It's one thing to like have an adult life that you're responsible for. That's stressful in and of itself. But when you add on all of the anger, frustration, anxiety, grief, that your life is one way and not another, it's like kind of an entitlement, being mad that like my best friend that I mentioned has a traditionally more normal background than I do, and has a traditional, more normal life path, and he had his significant challenges, don't get me wrong, in his family and personally. But yeah, he's married. I actually officiated his wedding, and so there's a part of me that's like, how come that's not me? How come I had the traumatic, fucked up life without a good support network, and I can't keep a partner? And like, it's not fair. But the spiritual hippie side of me accepts the possibility that we really do plan our lives out and agree to them before we all incarnate here together. So this is part of my journey. I guess I needed to do this time around. Have this period of instability. I was talking to my therapist on Tuesday about it. I guess that was just yesterday. Wow, there's so much happening. And she said that actually she had been homeless at one point in her life. So life gets hard. Life is hard. Sometimes it gets really crazy hard, and yeah, you just got to adjust, adapt, try your best to survive. So here I am, 34, and still trying to psych myself into that, because up until this point I've been so upset that our world is so brutal. And I live in the US, where things aren't great right now, but like compared to plenty of other places I could have been born, I mean, it's kind of the America's fault, but Cuba is in a really tough position right now with the gas running out, and yeah, all this stuff that they've been limited, all these ways they've been limited. Or obviously, like, look at the Middle East. Yeah, so I'm fortunate that I have some relative safety and stability and access to resources. Yeah, it's just hard to be in that in-between place. But I've mentioned it before, and I do kind of believe that if I didn't experience this breakup, I would not have taken such bold steps to fix my situation, to improve myself. So there's that. It's a silver lining right there. Anyway, yeah, my new phone should arrive like in a week or something, and I'll be able to keep uploading, but I don't know if my ex is going to take her computer today or on Sunday. But yeah, really, really hope that this new phone has a regular functional camera, because I swear this one is actually a replacement. My last one got smashed, and if my memory serves me, that camera was also lagging and crashing. But I hope I'm wrong, because I went online to the Reddit for these phones and asked if that happened to anyone else, and no one commented, and I got downvoted, so people didn't like that. I was suggesting that pixels have a problem in general. But anyway, I'll let you go, or I'll see you next time. I'm not keeping you. Have a great day wherever you are, and yeah, thanks for listening.